Hello, hello, hello. How are y'all? Hope everybody's doing good. So as you can see, the theme is mixed messages. Not my significant other, not my Sig-O. Hey, my love. Hi, Denise. How are you? I love you. Girl, I loved your video for today. It was good. There was another person you referred me to, and they did the 10 burger challenge. I was like, oh my goodness. Conversation you had with Q. Honey, how are you? Term Sig-O. It's very like early 2000s, mid 2000s. He's my Sig-O. She's my Sig-O. That means significant other. And you know what? You're welcome, my love. You're welcome, Denise. You know, some people sometimes get mixed messages. Um, let's say, for example, and the reason I'm bringing this, I'm going to come to the crux of it. The crux of it is sometimes a person harbors a grudge or is angry at another person and will talk bad about the other person and make other people think that they're like the worst human being possible, that they played with their emotions and they strung them along and they made them believe, fairy tale land, when the reality is this. Romantic in the other. Oh, or maybe even an infra platonic. Oh, it is freezing a lot. You know what? Let me see. You know why? I am not connected to my Wi-Fi. I'm just on the regular. I have T-Mobile, guys. I mean, no knocking T-Mobile, but I'm okay. So I just connected to the Wi-Fi, so it should be better. Hopefully. Thank you for letting me know it was freezing. Is it still freezing? Still freezing? Thank you. So yeah, I had it on the regular network, and now it's connected to the Wi-Fi from Optimum. Okay, so Shawnee, are you able to see me, or am I still freezing for you? All right. So now, when people have mixed messages, you can have a person who has a romantic inclination. Awesome, Shawnee. Has a romantic inclination and a romantic intent for the relationship, and then another person may have a platonic intent for the relationship, or what I call an infra platonic inclination or intention for the relationship. Infra platonic means that it's not just friends, it's actually like a way to kill time. Like, all right, I'm not going to play my PSP, I don't have anybody to talk to, let me hit this person up, you know. Or if they hit you up with the good morning, they are thinking of you, but they have it in a list that they send 20 people good morning messages or 20 people good night messages. So it's not that they're like, oh, I'm just thinking about so and so. But to the other person, it's like, oh my God, they love me. They want me, you know? And now what happens with those mixed messages is that ultimately, hopefully, the air gets cleared. And then the person that had that romantic inclination will, if they're not emotionally mature, will say, oh, this person strung me along. This person played with my emotions. They played with my heart. And that's what they'll tell their friends. They'll talk about it to their coworkers. They'll talk about it to strangers. And strangers will have this perception of the other person as if they were a person who played with their emotions, played with the feelings. And in Spanish, we call it a picaflor. You know, it's like like you know how bees go from flower to flower. So they'll try and give that person that reputation when in reality, the person's intent, be it male, be it female, their intent with the other person was strictly platonic or maybe infra platonic. They had no romantic interest, but in the other person's mind, they figured that there was some type of a romantic interest that was going on. So I know for a fact that that has happened to me. Um, on both sides, you know what I'm saying? I've been the one that had the platonic intention. I've been the one that had the romantic intention, you know? And I can tell you, the first time it occurred to me uh, that some people could misconstrue my way of being as being romantically interested. The person that got confused was a mixture of mature and emotional, where they were like, I'm not gonna say that you're a jerk and that you played with my emotions and that you led me along because you didn't do it on purpose. But the next time you need to make it clear to whoever it is you're talking to that you only see them as a friend. And I'm a good listener. So fortunately, I was able to hear it for what the person was saying. They were saying, listen, you know, I recognize that I. Denise, isn't that funny though? They went off on me. And let me tell you, I'm still friends with her till this day. But she was like, she was good enough to explain it to me from her point of view. And she was mature enough to understand that she had misunderstood my behavior. Listen, I'm a nice guy. And I'm not just saying I'm a nice guy to say I'm a nice guy. I'm a sweetheart, you know? So it's easy for a person to think that my kindness and my interest could lead to something romantic. And even if the kindness and interest isn't confused for that, it's easy for them to say, you know what, I would like to wake up to that. I get it. You know what I mean? Because, say, like I said, the same thing happened to me. There was someone that I was friends with, and all of a sudden, let me tell you, I was like, something clicked, and I was like, oh, they love me. They're in love with me. And I was like, I'm going to follow through. I'm going to do everything I can for this person. Blah, 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 blah. A year and a half later, they're like, why are you saying that you want to get married to me and that you're in love with me? And I was like, because we're dating? And they're like, no. Thank you, Denise, for feeling my pain. And they were like, no, we're not dating. Preach, girl. Preach. And they were like, no. And I was like, you know what? Okay. I told them, I get it. I understand. I misunderstood. And matter of fact, that very day I had gotten her a gift. And I was like, geez, so now it looks stupid for me to give it to you. But I was like, we're still friends, so here, take the gift. Now, the backstory to this is that this person, anytime they found out I was in the area because I was working in that area, like they would literally bake banana bread for me. Sundays, I would get out of because I was working night shift, 12 to 8. Sundays, I would get out of work at 8 o'clock, and this person would have a home prepared breakfast for me at the train station. You know? So that taught me and helped me understand how another person can misconstrue it. So, guys, sometimes you will have a person who is being extra nice to you, extra kind, extra attentive, and it's not necessarily that they're want to romance. You know what I mean? It's that they just care. Sometimes you'll have a person that will show you interest digitally through the phone, send you messages. Don't misconstrue it. You want to know what the key is here? Talk to them. Be like, look, you're cool. I think you're absolutely awesome. I just want to make sure I don't play myself. As DJ Khaled says, don't play yourself. I don't want to play myself. So, is there a romantic possibility here, or is this a platonic sitch? If this is a platonic sitch, I could roll with it, you know? And now, according to what they say, you follow through. Be like, hey, no, I see you as a friend. I think you're awesome. And you'd be like, all right, cool. I got you. I'll fall back and we stay cool. You know what I'm saying? You know, get some Dunkin' Donuts. Now, if they say yes, then what you got to do is this. Come close, come close. I want to tell you. What you got to do when they say yes is be like, that's right. I knew you like me. I'm joking, of course. No, but then you just follow through, and don't switch it up. Keep building the friendship, because don't forget, the best relationships last because they're friendships. So y'all like that one, right? Y'all like that one. But I think that the best relationships come from friendship. So that's what you want to do, develop the friendship. And you know what? This again is applicable to a lot of situations. Very true, Denise. Thank you. Some people do play around to hurt the person on purpose. And you want to know what I have learned? I'm 40 years old. You can tell by the grays, you know. But yeah, so I've learned that your gut will tell you when a person is playing with your emotions. And it's incumbent upon us to listen to our gut. If our gut is saying, listen, girl, he's trying to play with your kidneys, what you need to do is get a bunch of emotional cranberry. Go, 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 go. And micturate it out. Get rid of the person. As much as your internal dependency, because I think every human being has a natural sense of dependency, being dependent, and there are people who can trigger that. Have you guys think that's true? There are people who can just unlock that door of being dependent. It's being human. Doesn't mean you're weak. It just means you're human. So there are people who can open that. And then for us, we don't want to listen to our gut. You know what I mean? We telling our gut, shut up. Shut up. You ain't telling me nothing. No, listen to your gut. Your gut's going to be like, listen, so and so is just stringing you along or being opportunistic or using you as a pastime, you know? Emotional pastime or just a regular conversational pastime, and or looking to actually hurt you, like to break you down. Maybe you're a pretty girl, or maybe you're a handsome guy, or maybe you're a super happy person, and there are people who are just miserable and they want to mar you, they want to muffle you, they want to mute you, they want to break you down. So you're absolutely right, Denise. There are people who are miserable and don't want to see another person happy. Your gut will tell you something. There will be signals. And again, this doesn't just apply to romantic, it applies to romantic, platonic, business, because in business you're also going to have that gut feeling where you're probably having a meeting to see if you can make some type of an arrangement with someone, and something in your gut tells you, wait a minute, this person doesn't want your business to grow. You know, so what do you have to do? Cut them out. Cut them out. Cut them out, you know? And how do you cut them out? You have to remind yourself or tell yourself, listen, it's going to hurt cutting them out now, but you're saving yourself, I'm going to say, multiplied by a Googleplex of hurt, suffering it now, than suffering it later when they actually do get to break you down, and then you have to take years to build yourself back up. I tell you that because I remember my first real breakup had me depressed for like 5 years. And I don't use the word depressed easily. So when you know, if I say I had me depressed, it's because it had me depressed. And so I became a shell of myself. Like I literally, people who knew me were like, who's this? You know? So yeah, so you save yourself that. So that's part of my wisdom, is that I prefer to nip things in the bud. Don't put myself through that whole situation because I'm 40. I don't have 5 years to deal with the crap. No, I like to live a happy life every day. Let me tell you, every day I am happy. Genuinely, every day I'm happy. If I do have a sad moment, I literally give myself 30 minutes tops to feel that sadness. And during the time that I'm feeling it, I'm analyzing why, where, and when it's coming from so that it could be nipped and I can continue with my happiness. So, yeah, man, I'm getting used to my grays, babies. I'm getting used to my grays. Yeah, well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the conversation. If you have any themes you'd like for me to like touch or talk about, please give me your suggestions. Let me see. Yes, I once was like that, codependent. Yeah, codependent toward my partner, but now I listen to my gut. Yes, Yes, you have to listen to your gut. And wasn't that, listen, when you're going through that pain, it feels horrible. But wasn't that I'm not going to say a good experience, but it was an essential experience. It was an essential experience. Because had you not gone through it then, you wouldn't have the wisdom you have now. You know? The gut is always right, even my fat gut. Girl, Denise, let me tell you, baby, your gut is perfection. I'm in love with your gut. Yes, Shawnee, yes, right? It was an essential experience. You had to go through it. And now you're able to also verbalize that experience to a person that might be going through it and help them understand, oh wow, this person gets me. Oh, I love you, Denise. This person gets me. And so yeah, so that's what it is. So the moral of this conversation. Hi, Ira. I love you. Hi, Sethi. I'm sorry, guys. I have to say hi to my nephew. Hi, Sethi. Hi. I love you, Sethi. Hi. How are you? How you doing? Oh my goodness, my Sethi. But the moral of the conversation is, if in a platonic relationship someone gets it confused, Iris, Denise said hi. If someone gets it confused, that person that confused the platonic relationship for something romantic should not badmouth the other person. You know? Oh, he just fell out. Oh, okay, no problem. So yeah, but yeah, you could show out. It's gonna record and post and whatever. You'll be able to show it to him, and he'll be able to see me say hi. Iris said hi, Denise. But it's like, don't, like, I would say, don't, in that platonic relationship, don't go talking bad about the person that didn't have the romantic inclination. You know what I mean? Like, it was confusion. You know, it was a confusion. And like, it's like, for example, me, had I gone talking bad about that person who for a year and a half, side eye I'm gonna give to that person, side eye, because it was a year and a half. Okay, you coming to meet me Sundays, 8 o'clock in the morning with breakfast, and we just friends. Okay, but yes, now that's me having to accept the reality that, yeah, the person was doing it just as friends. You know what I mean? So I can't badmouth that person. I can't tell people, oh, that person strung me along. I can't. I think you know who I'm talking about, Denise. But I can't say that person strung me along. I can't say that person played with my emotions. They were being a friend, and they were being a great friend, and you know what I mean. It's good to have friends like that. So I would never badmouth her. Um, she would never badmouth me. So that's the point. Don't badmouth people who you thought were romantically interested in you, but turned out to be just platonic. Don't do it. Now, if the person was purposely playing with your feelings and were just a jerk, you know. Oh, girl, Shawnee just said the next topic is forgiveness, baby. Can I tell you something, Shawnee? You want me to tell you something, Shawnee? If you want me to tell you something, Shawnee, type yes, and I will tell you something. I will tell you something. Shawnee, forgiveness is one of my favorite topics. I will take you to church talking about forgiveness. Okay? Cause yeah, all right. So that'll be the next topic. So I'll do that one tomorrow. Okay, I'll do that one tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll talk about forgiveness, and I'll make sure you'll like it. Oh, you did, Denise. That's probably why. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You know, she wanted the Garifuna goods, the Garifuna goods. But thank you guys so much for the fun conversation. I had a great time. I love you all. So tomorrow we're going to talk about forgiveness. And for that one, it will be off the cuff, but I will also have specific anecdotes, illustrations, to make it better. Tomorrow's Friday. What time would be good? What time would be good? 9 o'clock would be good. Is oh wait, RuPaul Drag Race. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. 9:30. Let's say nine. No, 9 o'clock. I think it's an hour show. So yeah, 9 o'clock. I'll do it. You know, I'm addicted to RuPaul's Drag Race, especially now the tea is good. But right. So okay. So 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock. I'll come back on and we'll talk about forgiveness. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you, Lavender. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Shawnee. So I will make sure to have like I said, I want that's a very serious thing. So I'll make sure to have good illustrations, good anecdotes. Okay. Okay. Good night, Shawnee. Love you